and I'm still vlogging, and I'm gonna do a series. So 2 days after my birthday, I got long text messages from my father, very hateful, basically asking why, or did I tell my half brother that he doesn't? Did I tell him that he doesn't call me? Did I tell my half brother that my dad doesn't call me? And which I did. And basically, long story short, all these text messages came on September 18th, 2 days after my birthday. I woke up to this hot mess. And I'm thinking, this is someone who you have been absent my entire life. I know nothing about you. Just because I went to some of your family, he doesn't even live in this country. And it's like, growing up, my mother she took me and my sister to the family functions and different things, but that's not you. You are not your family. I never knew you. You never raised me. You were an absent father, period. Physically, verbally, emotionally, but you were absent. And yet you have the nerve to get mad at me because I said in response to his hateful text that I don't even need to go into, where he called me stupid and useless, and he talked about my mom and my sister and my just negative stuff that, and it just showed me his mental illness. He's another reason why I wanted to become a counselor. He, like, you don't understand, like, when you speak death over someone that has done nothing to you, it makes no sense. And I processed everything. I said, he's not even worth the response. You're not worth it. I told myself, it's like, this is sad that your mental illness, you're spreading it now to one of your youngest children. I think. I don't even know. I know I have a lot of half brothers and sisters that I've never even met. So, long story short, he needs help. He's mentally ill, and it breaks my heart. So when I got those texts, it was a mix of emotions for me. It was anger, and it broke my heart. It's like, dang, the little girl inside of me will always want a father, but you are so mentally ill that we can never have a proper relationship. And for me, the door was closed last year. When I reached out to him, I called, I just said, I'm trying to establish a relationship with you. And he did not understand what I was saying. He went once again on a rant about his brothers and sisters, a rant on XYZ, things of the past that have nothing to do with me and you. I'm trying to get to know you as an adult. But you know what? All the doors after that text, way before that text, it was just completely shut. No, I'm not going to answer my phone when you call twice, 3 times out the year around holidays, and my half brother reminds you of my birthday. So then you call, like, no, there's, because when we get on the phone, it's nothing new. It's the same negativity, and you're toxic. So, dad, if you see this, or your family, whatever, like, you're toxic. You cannot help someone that doesn't want to help themselves. Like, and he's one of those people. It's like, my dad is like the perfect example of something like a deadbeat out of a movie. It's scary. I wouldn't wish that on no one, to have a parent like my dad who really needs mental help, needs a counselor, needs to sit down and really get an assessment. We all do. I'm not perfect, but one thing about him is I've never insulted you, ever. So for you to send me almost 12 pages of text of negativity and how you're taking me off of your beneficiary list and all this negative stuff. And if so and so was alive, I'd send her over to slap you in the face for how I talk. And really, this is a mentally ill person speaking. I don't know you. You don't know me. You're a stranger to me. So it's so important to get that mental health in check and in order. The first thing I would advise to absent parents, or whatever, yeah, absent parents, the first thing you can do with your child, if you've been absent out of their life for over 10 plus years, or absent their entire life, because I'm 25 now, haven't seen, the last time I saw my dad was like when I was like 15 or 16, when me and my sister took a trip up to Canada. And before that, I think I saw him at like 5. And I guess he was at my birth. I don't know that. I just know that if it weren't for my mother, I'd probably be raised by my mom's side of the family members, or me and my sister would have been split up or something in foster care, because you were not a fit parent. And from my knowledge, you never were. And still, and to this day, you are mentally and unfit, and financially, like, never. There was no support. You were absent my entire life. So for you to get mad at me for telling you the truth, that just shows that you need help, and you're choosing to remain in ignorance. And but to absent parents, I'll say this: I'm not a parent, never, but I know one thing for sure: when that lovely day does come, and I am a parent one day, I'm going to be everything, Dad, that you were not. I'm going to be a great mother like my mom was great to me and my sister. And all I'll say to absent parents, when you do come back, the first word should be out of your mouth, no matter what the circumstances were. I'm sorry. That's all. I don't want your like speaking for myself. That's what I would want from my dad. But I know I'll never get it because he's mentally ill. But I'm sorry that I wasn't there for you, and I apologize for every birthday, every milestone, and everything I missed in your life. Everything. Eighth grade promotion, high school graduation, my college graduation, every single birthday, birthdays that you didn't even call. I could add them up. Things I remember, broken promises, how you were going to be when you did call, how you were going to be at my high school graduation, that phone conversation before I graduated. And me naively, I remember naively thinking you would be in the parking lot with a car. Like, don't, broken promises. So just apologize. That's it. And then the healing can go on from there. But if anything else is brought up before an apology, it's going to go in one ear and out the other. Who are you? First, apologize. And then we can get to know each other and establish some type of father-daughter relationship, parent-daughter, parent-daughter relationship. So, but my dad, like I said, he's like, I guess a lot of deadbeat parents. They'll never understand. So all I can do is pray for him and love him from a distance, and that's what I do every day. There's no hatred. I forgave him a long time ago, but those text messages would have sent any normal person off. And I thank God that Christ lives in me because it didn't send me off. It just made me sad. My heart broke for him because it's like, I don't want to be you. I don't ever want to have that bitterness and unforgiveness living inside of me. That's why I got my own counseling. I pray every day, go to church. I fasted. I'm like, all of that that's in you, I don't want none of that a part of me because it's scary. Those text messages scared me. And I've never been scared like that. So I just love him from a distance. There is no phone call, no communication. That's all completely cut off. So if you do have a parent like that that's struggling with mental illness and just bitterness, unforgiveness, anger, depression, all of that combined, pray for them and love them from a distance. There's nothing that you can possibly humanly do. So yeah, just sharing that. It's nothing wrong with being transparent about your issues, family things. There's nothing wrong with it. This year has been crazy. I lost my grandmother this year. This year was insane. I got to see true colors of family members that I never expected on my mom's side. This year it's crazy, and it's October. I guess the year is almost over, but this year was something else. But I thank God he's getting me through it. I'm grateful. I count every single blessing. No matter what you're going through, count your blessings every single day because God didn't have to wake you up this morning. And I just thank God every single day. I tell my mom, I ask her questions about her from her favorite color. There's things that I asked my grandmother before she passed. I document these things because I know the power, just of having these memories and legacies because they're not going to be here forever. And God filled that void of not having a father. He's filling it every single day. He's I don't know if it's fully filled, that void of not having a father, but I've grown in so many areas of my life. And I just thank God for an amazing mother who was mom and dad, and an amazing grandmother, and the matriarchs of this society and the matriarchs within my family on my mom's side. I just thank God for it because without her, I don't even know where I'd be. So I thank God every single day for my many blessings. And so should you. Just don't give up and don't allow other people's negativity to discourage you, whether it's a parent, a family member, someone's close to you, just talking about you, saying you'll never be nothing. Don't allow that to discourage you. You got to keep fighting and keep going because you have to love you.